So yeah, I'm just going to be waiting around a bit just to wait until it appears on my live dashboard. Oh yeah, yes. I can't seem to see. Oh yeah. So yeah, if you've just tuned in now, I'm going to be live streaming Creatures Exodus again. One of the things you'll notice though is I'm actually starting off from the main menu, and that's because a couple of minutes earlier I uninstalled Creatures 1 to DS, C1 to DS, because one of the Grendels, the Creatures 1 Grendels, for some reason they were hatching in my previous world, which is called the Decade Vessel, which you can see here. For some reason they were exploding and all the sprites were messing up once they reach adulthood, and I couldn't be bothered messing about going through the body data folder and deleting files, so I decided I might as well just uninstall the whole thing. And unfortunately doing that has meant that whenever I try and load the world up, the game just crashes, and so I can't really be bothered fixing it, to be honest. And I'm not really that big of a fan of Creatures 1 to Docking Station. I prefer the original Creatures 1. It's never really appealed to me to play it in Docking Station. I don't know why. Although it is a good add-on, it's just not really my thing. But maybe I could play around with it at some point. Maybe see if I like it, because I'm not really bothered with it, to be honest. But anyway, we're going to be making a new world. I think I'm just going to be holding it onto the Capillata for now, which is the docking station starship. So we're going to call it Fra. I believe that's the name of the... for anyone who's seen the film The Dark Crystal, I believe that's the name of the planet that the whole film takes place on. I've not actually seen the whole film. I've seen I'd say about 3/4 of it and just bits afterwards, but it looks like it's a good film. I highly recommend people check it out. So yeah, we've got the name of the world down. And so yeah, I'm just hoping now it doesn't crash. Nope, that was fine. So yeah, you get quite a few options. You can either start with some pre-trained adult ones or just lay some random eggs. I might try the random eggs, to be honest. So I've got an Aquanorn and an Astronorn. I'm not too sure about the Aquanorn, to be honest. Go away, you. I'm not too sure about the Aquanorn because I prefer to keep Aquanorns by themselves in like a pool of water or something. Maybe we could hatch see if this is a male or female, and then we could hatch. Oh, that's female. An Astronorn. Yeah, they're one of my favourite breeds then. So we need to choose a mate for her. I think we might go for Bandcamp. There we go. Yeah, I could maybe go into that old world if I did reinstall Creatures 1 to Docking Station and rescue some of the Norns, because I mean it's not permanent. It's not like I'm permanently locked out of the world. It's just that it's missing a few required things, and so it crashes whenever I try loading it. So yeah, there we go. I'm gonna try and install some meta rooms on this one. I'm not too sure if I did a stream shortly before Christmas or something like. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember my past streams of this very well, but I do remember in one of them I had a look around the Gnome Garden or something. But yeah, we got quite a few add-ons here. We need this obviously because it also saves the game whenever a Gnome's born, dies, or I think whenever an egg's laid or something like that. Pop that on. Yeah, I thought I'd stream Creatures Exodus because it'd make a nice change for Creatures 2. It's also a lot more stable too. It doesn't like constantly crash or lag or anything like that. So yeah, there's quite a lot of these in. I've got quite a lot of the downloads of the game. I think if you've been watching the previous streams, you'll probably have seen them in them as well. So I've got a beach ball. That's actually from the Bandcamp pack. So yeah, he likes that. Yeah, Bandcamps are really interesting, like they age slower than regular norns. What you mean? In the they take quite a while to mature and reach adulthood. I think they're quite long-lived as well, because most norns in this game live for about 5 to 7 hours or something, and they live for about 8. But I'm not sure at all. There's a chart somewhere with all the lifespans on it, but I've not currently got access to that. But yeah. It does feel, I'd say, even though the game itself feels a lot more stable and it doesn't crash or anything, it actually feels safe to play, where you won't have to worry about risking that you'll break it in some way or other. I do think the non models are a bit primitive. I mean, not primitive, what's the word? They're not as expressive as the ones in Creatures 2, that's the thing. Obviously this game was made in 2001. Well, Creatures 3 came out in 1999, I think, or it might have been 1998 actually. So obviously the models are quite primitive, and they're obviously not as good as they could probably make them these days, so they can't really portray as many expressions as a hand-drawn non-sprite, for example. So we got a lot of stuff in here. I do actually quite like playing with the Capillator hub, because everything feels a lot more bundled together. Like you always know where your norns are going to be, whereas if you're playing with the Starship, they're always wandering about and messing with things and getting killed by Grendels. There's actually a Grendel egg stone for this, but I forgot to install it, and if you do try installing it after you've got creatures in the world, it throws a hissy fit at you and gives you an error message, so I don't think I'll be trying that out. That's funny, it says there's an egg in the world. It says there's an egg. Where's the egg gone? Oh, it's that Aquanorn egg. So yeah, this is from the Tree Hugger Norn packs, Cuddly Tree. I'm not sure if they'll bother with it or not, but I think I'll just stick it there. Yeah, I do remember now. I actually did play with Docking Station Undocked at one point, because it just clicked because I'd seen the Desert Ruins and I remember installing that on the last one. So yeah, I think I think I installed too many Metarims last time because I only had a few Norns. So maybe it's best to just wait for now until I've got a bigger population of them. Oh dear, he's punching that poor tree. Oh, I've never seen that before. If the tree keeps getting punched, it'll actually hit the Norn back. That's interesting. No, I've never seen that before. So I got this is a Fun in the Sun pack. I don't really use that because I remember there being a glitch with it or something, like it'd make the game crash. But yeah, I'm definitely going to install this. I think this is the one that adds like the water sections. Oh no, what? Oh yeah, that is oh, this is what I was on about. I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, it comes bundled with it, that's the thing. I thought it was just that. I thought it was just this that was being injected, but it was the... what's it called? Grendel Meso as well. If it's called that, I don't even know what it's called. But it is pretty smart how it actually opens up at the top of the hub. I do like this as well. I need to get some fish or something, and maybe I could keep some Aquanorns in here. Who knows? Obviously, need to add some food things and some plants for them, otherwise they'd end up starving probably. It is a bit of a task having to keep injecting things over and over again. Oh yeah, this is one. I'll just bear with me a moment. I'm just going to be checking the live chat. Yeah. Saying hi to Desk Issues, one of our regular watchers. So yeah, this is Katie. This was made by Ghost Hand for the 2009 Creatures Community Spirit Festival, which is nearly it's nearly been 10 years since that, which is, time certainly flies. It's basically a prehistoric themed meta room, and it's really interesting. I really love the sprites for it, so I think I'll inject this. It also comes with its own Narn breed too, the saber-toothed Narns, which are Narns that have big, long, pointy teeth, and they're pretty much just modelled off saber-toothed cats, which, for anyone who doesn't know, are actually an extinct ancestor to I think it might be tigers or something, but I don't know if I don't know, because I think I read somewhere that they've not got any living relatives or something. That even though they do look like tigers and actually related, but I don't know. Here we go. These Narns actually hatch out on their own, so I don't really need to hatch any, although I could do, because they're quite an interesting breed. So yeah, we've got this little pop up now, which is they're always a nice addition, these. So yeah, these are this is just giving us a little backstory. Are you ready to begin exploring? Yes. Yeah, here we go. So here's Katie. It's a very big world. Over here we've got Rexes, which are dinosaurs, basically, and these are actually really harmful to Norns, because instead of like regular critters, harmful critters and stuff, they'll just either bite a Norn or sting it or whatever, but these can actually kill Norns and actually eat them, which is a bit disturbing when you come to think of it. Yeah, we've got the caves down here, which are these are like a little nursery area. This is a nest, which functions as a heat pad, which hatches eggs. And yeah, we've just got a collection of toys like this xylophone. I think it's called Xyla. Yeah, they're called Xylobones. Got this little trolley here which they like to push, and this waterfall, and a collection of mini marbles. And these are pretty fun, these, because if you knock them into each other, they function like real life marbles would, and they knock each other around. So here up here we've got the striders, which are just a bit like hadrosaur dinosaurs. They don't really do much. They just kind of stumble about and make noises. Oh, and oh yeah, one of the most interesting parts is this cauldron here. You can actually collect different ingredients and stuff, and if you combine them, you can make things. There's actually a recipe list, I think, somewhere, like a spoiler thing, but I've never really looked at it. But yeah, it can be used to make stuff. Yeah, that's about it really. And we've got this over here, which is a war drum, and it's probably not a good idea to bang on this, because any Norns within earshot will immediately start becoming hostile and smacking each other, and that's not good. So I think it might be wise to put that on the roof there, so no Norns can access it. So that's about it really. There's another part to the room as well. Oh, what's that over there? I think that's a recipe. Oh, sorry about that. For some reason the game decided to minimise slightly. Unless it's just a recipe thing, it like just lists all the discoveries and stuff. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, as I was saying, there's like an expansion you can download called the Bone Cave. I'm not sure if I've actually got that installed at the moment, because I never really found it that interesting, to be honest. It only adds like a little small cave underneath. Doesn't really do much, to be honest. I think, to be honest, in this game I spend more time setting up the worlds and playing with stuff than actually raising gnomes. It's just he's hungry for protein. Should we call him? Benjamin, maybe. Maybe Luna, that's a good name. Yeah, one thing you'll immediately notice is the gnomes in this game are a lot better suited for survival than compared to the ones in Creatures 2. Because the ones in Creatures 2 have a habit of forgetting how to eat, or they just won't listen to you. Just bear with me a moment. So yeah, we could add another world actually. Primordia, which is what's it like? It's kind of like the prehistoric world. It's kind of like, well, it's not KT. It's more like an early. I think it's called Cambrian. No, I don't know what it's called. Well, it's quite prehistoric themed as well, and it's. I think it's for. I think it's mostly used for Banshee Grendels. But saying that I've already got a Grendel meso there, whatever, so that might be a better place for the Grendels to live than Primordia. Even though I do like Primordia though. It's one. I think it was one of the first, one of the first, but it was one of the meta rooms I remember being released, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I apologise if I'm a bit absent. I'm currently talking to someone. I know it's a bad etiquette, really, but I can still stream. That's the best thing about streaming. You can go away and do other stuff while you're still streaming. I've actually oh yeah, Deskish has just commented. Yeah, I do think the gnomes in this game are a lot more robotic. Like I said in the last episode, they seem to be tied a bit more to their instincts, and I don't know. They don't really seem to have as much personality to them. Like they're always eating or something, and they don't really. I don't know. It's strange, really. But I guess with Creatures 2, the developers just learned that they might as well make gnomes that can actually survive, and I honestly don't know what went on behind the scenes, but it seems like the concept behind Creatures drifted away from the warm and natural environment of Creatures 1 to something a bit more sci-fi and yeah, a bit more sci-fi and like artificial, and when it comes to Creatures Exodus. Like I said, it's just a shame that no further games have been made, apart from Creatures Alchemist, but that's not even a proper. It's not even a proper Creatures game, to be honest. It's just a Flash game. Yeah, that does make sense. It being a lot more gameplay focused. It seems to be a lot more based a lot more around breeding than the general AI of the gnomes. Like I've seen quite a lot of breeding experiments in Creatures 3 and Docking Station, and they look quite interesting. So I guess that's really mostly what this game's for, just breeding Norns and stuff and try to get mutations and stuff, which is possible in the previous games, but it's a lot slower paced. Whereas in this, I think Norns don't take as long to reach sexual maturity. Yeah, I installed a lot of these in my previous world, Terra Pluvialis. That's a nice room, that is, but it's quite old. It's released in 2006. It's a nice room and all, but I find it crashes the game sometimes, and I've never not used it. It might just be me, but oh yeah, we've got this vocabularizer, that'll come in handy. I don't like the noise it makes though, it sounds a bit strange. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. She's drawn a picture on the easel. What that reminds me of is the game Sonic Adventure 2 when the Chow can learn to draw. Yeah, I was actually into raising Chow in the Sonic Adventure games about 2 years before I discovered Creatures 2. Yeah. Oh, she says she's lonely now. I better take her in there and put the other Norn wherever he's gone to. I don't know where he's gone. Where's he gone? Oh, he's up there. Yeah, the Chow raising in Sonic Adventure 2. It's actually a lot more complex than you think, because I originally thought it was just like you could actually. It turns out there's actually genetics in the game, and you can actually breed Chow and stuff for traits and different colours. But yeah, originally I just thought it was all random, but it turns out it isn't. But anyway, let's go back to this. Like I said, it's a nice big room, this, but I'd say it's more for Grendels really. Yeah, I better take these back to the Capillata. You can actually lock the doors in this game, which is really useful. I know there aren't any doors in Creatures 2, but actually, yeah, you can actually lock the elevators in Creatures 2, so Norns can't use them and go and bugger off somewhere and end up falling in the sea or dying or anything. But yeah, in this game it's good that they actually included locks onto the doors, but unfortunately they didn't do that in Creatures 3, so it means that any random creature can come into the Norn terrarium and cause havoc. But yeah, I'm thinking I might add some fish or something to this water area down here. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, I think this is. I'm pretty sure this is fresh water, and that's salt water. But I'll have to see. I'll see if it's got any agent help. Salt water, fresh water, and atmosphere. Oh, so this is salt water. It's fresh water, and that's atmosphere. Yeah, in Creatures Exodus, there's actually a fresh water and a salt water system, so you get certain fish that like salt water and certain fish that like fresh water, but that's not in Creatures 2. Which means that fish like zanderfish, which are normally found in the sea, can actually live inside the ponds and stuff. So yeah, we might add some fish or something there, and add a Mernon or not Mernon, an Aquanon or two maybe. Oh, go away, you. Yeah, it's a big shame that the warp's no longer online. That's one of the reasons I was hoping that they might be, that's one of the reasons I was hoping that Creatures Online had come out, because that might mean the warp would be brought back online, but obviously that's never gonna happen. The Creatures Creatures family, I don't see that happening, to be honest. Neither. Even if the game does come out, which I highly doubt it, to be fair. It's a shame really that the franchise is being treated in such a quite an unpleasant way. It could do with a proper team acquiring the license and releasing a proper sequel to Creatures Docking Station, maybe 3D based rather than 2D. But I don't think that's ever going to happen now. I actually remember when Creatures Alchemist came out and everybody ridiculed it, and I didn't think it was that bad of a game, but it's just the fact it was using the Creatures license, to be honest, when it could have easily used a different kind of way of doing it, of making their own characters. But anyway, I need to stop gabbing, I need to play the game. So yeah, how old are these? 23 minutes. That's passed really quickly. That, yeah, time passes a lot more quicker in a Docking Station and Creatures 3, I found as well. In Creatures 2, it takes quite a while for the Norns to actually grow up and reach adulthood. I did download a game speed adjuster yesterday, which allows you to adjust the speed of games and stuff, which comes in handy in Creatures 2, but it can make it glitch out a bit every so often. So how old is she now? Oh, she's already adolescent, she's 23 minutes. Yeah, in Creatures 2, it takes them about 1 hour and 8 minutes to reach adolescence, and this, it only takes them about 23 minutes. And yeah, Alchemist did feel a bit of a slap in the face. See, it's such a simple game. They just basically reduced it to a flash game. I'm not saying that it was I did think it was quite enjoyable, I guess. But it was just they shouldn't have used the Creatures license for it, really. I don't know. I mean, I think the biggest thing was the fact that they got one of the Norn breeds wrong, that they called a toxic Norn a pixie Norn. I just found that incredibly hilarious. So yeah, these. Yeah, I think I might hatch a third Norn actually, because it's always good to broaden the gene pool a bit. I'm not going to use any butterfly Norns or any breeds like that, because made by I think she's called Amanora or something. Her Norn breeds used to use like a unique genetic, like with the Dream Norns they use like a unique genetic structure, which means if they breed with regular Norns they can like cause the babies to have mutations and stuff, and it's not very good. Well, these are quite nice. I'm not too big on their the paws they have, because they've got big massive paws for some reason. They remind me of cats, but I might just hatch one anyway. These are a third party breed. Yeah, I forgot who made them. I think they're quite recent. Yeah, we got our new edition. If you're looking at it, yeah, you can probably see why I think they've got big massive paws compared to the other Norns. And they do have a couple of black outlines on their sprites, but otherwise they're quite cute. What should I call her? I think I'll call her Peppermint. Weird random names. So yeah, yeah, they should hopefully breed at some point. One thing to note is that there's actually a mod you can get that allows norns of the same gender to. I don't know if they can mate or not, but I think they can kiss. I've never really understood why it's not in the game to begin with, but I figure it might be because they have a habit when it is installed, that alteration when it is installed, they sometimes fixate on each other, so it's even harder for them to breed then. If they're too fixated on another norn of the same gender, and obviously they can't have any babies that way either, so that's probably why they took it out. Because basically all it does is, it doesn't make norns have any kind of sexual orientation, it just makes them bisexual pretty much. And as anyone knows, that norns in Creatures Exodus breed like rabbits, and the fact that they can now kiss pop with their own gender makes things a lot more difficult when it comes to breeding. But I don't really know, I'm not really tested it out extensively to see if it does impact on the amount of babies that are born. So yeah, she seems to quite like Benjamin the Bondi Norn. Benjamin the Bondi Norn, that's a bit of a mouthful. Oh, what's she doing now? Oh, she's there. Yeah, this room's pretty much pointless, to be honest, when you're not when you've not actually got any online connection. I might just lock it, to be honest, to all the norns and stuff, because isn't it the only. Well, it does serve a purpose. If you've got Banshee Grendels, but because the eggstone's actually injected into it, but apart from that, it doesn't do anything. So I might just lock it to everyone. Oops. I'm probably going to get rid of these teleporters as well. They don't do anything. Oh, I thought it was crashing then or something. So yeah, I think we might hatch a couple of Grendels in here. Oops. Oh, I just killed that fly, never mind. Yeah, the reason I had to install the Creatures 1 to docking station was because of the Creatures 1 Grendels were screwing the gate, like screwing up. Like the bodies were all the body parts were floating and stuff, and I think it's because the body data got overwritten by another breed, and so it's been the sprites were like being aligned to the wrong Grendel breed, which made them look all exploded and horrible. And it's always happening with the Creatures 1 Grendels for some reason. I don't know why. And it just means you have to reinstall C1 to DS and reinstall it again, which is a pain. I quite like Grendels. I mean, they're really vicious in Creatures I should say Creatures Exodus. But they are quite nice if you can. I think you can tame them to be around norns, but I don't think it lasts very long before they revert back to the way they were before. Oh yeah, so it gives you all the Grendels you got installed. I've only got the 3 Grendels installed at the moment. The regular Grendels, Banshee Grendels, and the Dust Devil Grendels, which they were made by Ghost Hand as well. They're quite good. We actually saw one in the previous episode that I did of Creatures Exodus. So So we've got some Grendels, but I don't know how long they'll last. That one seems, the female one seems to be quite angry for some reason. Let's leave them to it. Yeah, not much is really going on. To be honest, I might put an end to it soon because it doesn't. Nothing seems really to be going on, and I don't know. Oh, I've actually. One thing I should say is I've actually considered maybe moving to Twitch in regards to streaming, because from what I've gathered, it seems to be a lot better than just streaming to YouTube and it's just I don't know really. It's just a lot more straightforward. You can just stream and that's that, and you don't have to faff about with stuff. But I don't know. I've not really looked into using Twitch. I did use it for a while last year, streaming doing a stream of a docking station then, but it didn't have any narration on it. It was just basically a webcam, like, I don't know, like just where people could tune in and just watch the norms live out their lives and stuff. But it was yeah, that was definitely, it would obviously be different than doing it like this with the narration and stuff. But yeah, I thought about going to Twitch instead of YouTube. And I've just read up on it, and it just seems to be a better choice than this. Yeah, I don't know why, but the Norns in this game seem to be obsessed with pushing the elevator buttons and stuff. Very, very peculiar. Oh, he's just reached. How old is he? Oh, pardon me, I think he's adolescent. Yeah, he's an adolescent now. Oh, he's drawing something. That looks strange. That looks like a carrot. No, it's a face. Yeah, I don't know why, but the Norns in this game, they can't breed until they reach youth life stage, and whereas they can in they can't breed until they reach youth life stage, whereas it's adolescent in Creatures 2. I don't know why they changed it, to be honest. It's probably just a way for them to keep the amount of Norns being born down, or something, like a form of population control, but I don't know. I better change the breeding limit to, because by default it's 16 and it's not very high, to be honest. There's actually a funny system in this. Oh, it's drawn the hand on the easel. Yeah, if you actually type in, I'm not going to say the word out loud, but if you type in the F word in this, it gets censored to kiss pop. But I'm obviously not going to type it because it's not really appropriate. But it's a bit of funny trivia. And oh, there's actually another one as well. Where if you type, why is the world flat? The world actually does something pretty cool. Oh no. Well, I can't remember. Why is the world flat? Oh, hang on, I think... Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool, that. That's like a fisheye lens effect to the game. I don't think many people know about this, actually, but it's quite interesting. I certainly wouldn't be playing the game like this, though. It's kind of strange. Yeah, but you can change it back, though. Why is the world round? I hope it does it. Oh, I must have typed it right. The world round. There we go. Yeah, that's just an interesting little Easter egg there. I think there's a few others as well, but I can't really remember what they are. I know there's the F word one, which I just mentioned, but it's not really appropriate. Oh, there's also another little command you can do. Yeah, where you can actually type in something and the non will actually say it. Tag non says what should I make us say. If anyone watching this has any suggestions of what I should make one of the nons say, just feel free to write in the live chat. Let's make us say. Oh, I can't think of what to make us say. Maybe make us sing. That's funny. I'm gonna make her say something else as well. Enough of that. I might actually have a look at downloading some more norms or something from one of these websites that are maybe higher gen than these norms, because they've usually got more interesting genetics and stuff. Okay, Deskish, just for you. It's yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably going to put this to an end soon, because there's not really much going on, and I need to go and get something to eat as well and stuff. Yeah, it's been fun though. It'll obviously be a lot more fun when there's more norms. For some reason, she seems to think that when Benjamin says he's hungry for protein, that he should write something, or whatever that means. Play move to the right, or I don't know. It'd be hilarious if somebody actually screen capped when I made Luna say Creature's Alchemist is terrible or whatever. Now he's saying the exact same thing. Maybe right self. I don't understand that. She doesn't know how to talk yet. I need to find that. Where did it go? That vocabularizer. It must be somewhere. I need to get it so I can. There it is. I might just leave it there next to the that dinosaur toy. I think that's meant to be an etting there on the easel. Let's pop this in here. So yeah, I'm probably going to be putting an end to the stream now. As always, I hope everyone enjoyed it. I do apologise that not much has gone on in this episode, really, to be honest. I mean, we have hatched the we have hatched some Norns and added some stuff into this new world and stuff, I guess. Maybe next time I'll have managed to get into that old world and exported a few Norns so we can add them to this one. Make things a bit more interesting. So yeah, hope everyone's enjoyed this. As always, yeah. Subscribe if you like, if you're not already, because I've actually got another video coming up this Friday probably, which will be my the next episode of my Portal 2 Let's Play. And I'm actually sticking to a schedule now. I'm going to upload something on Monday and something on Friday. I'm not too sure. I might be able to upload something on Wednesday as well, but I finish. Oh yeah, I wouldn't see Wednesday being any problem. So maybe I'll upload something on Wednesday as well, or maybe do a stream. Or as I said before, I might actually go onto Twitch and do something there as well. So yeah, I hope everyone's enjoyed this. As always, I've got a discussion section on my channel, so if anyone's got anything like suggestions or feedback, you can leave it there. Or in the comments section once this video is finished processing. I mean, it's quite hard for me to talk with the knowledge that this stream's still going and it's not a regular video, so I have to word things a bit differently. But yeah, if you are watching this and it's pre-recorded, then you just leave it in the comment section or whatever. I don't mind if people leave stuff in the discussion, but I prefer the comment section. So yeah, hope everyone's enjoyed this, and I'll see you all again soon, hopefully. Maybe on Wednesday or Friday, so yeah. See ya.